Isn't on here. Oh, well. Hello.
Hi,
What's going on?
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
You ready to get to the
Good,
business?
good.
Get into it all?
I am.
Awesome. And you've got a call with Sabrina too after us, right? At like 4, 5?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Fuck.
Perfect. Beautiful. So Sarah, just so you know too, she's meeting with Sabrina after us so that she can get logged into everything, get access to Keeper, just kind of like be in it.
Present.
Yep.
Throwing it in.
Yep.
Ready, set, let's go. All
Yep.
right.
Yep. 100%. Well, let's jump into it. Today is going to be more just kind of like expectation setting, go over just like the back end stuff. I'm going to say it's like the boring stuff, and we'll get into the fun stuff as the week progresses, but we'll go over the must knows. Yes, that side today. And then a lot of your time this week will get you set up with Sarah to start learning the accounts, actually start getting into like the role, responsibilities. And then hopefully by beginning of next week, you're ready to rock in most of the accounts. We'll probably save like high intensity, like the bigger, faster accounts for later. But for now, we'll hopefully get you like actually in the grind by the weekend.
Yay. I love that.
Cool. We like to move quickly, but 100%, I want to set the expectation. If you have questions, if you're overwhelmed, if you're overwhelmed, if there's a lot to cover, because there is, you're going to learn so much. It's not going to feel 100% perfect today or tomorrow. Just all good.
Okay.
Beautiful. Great. All right, let's get into it. Let me share my screen. Can you hear me okay too? It's a little laggy on my end, but beautiful.
It could be my reception in here.
Okay.
Or my service.
No worries. We are on. All right. Can y'all see this okay?
I can see it, yes.
Okay. So I'll send you this call recording too after we're done, so that way you can review anything that you're not sure of or just review in general. I'll send you all the links to everything we cover in here too, so you have access to everything, and then we'll give you some homework and things to kind of work on as you go. So starting out week 1, training number 1. So going over our mission statement, we did talk about this on the interview. So I just like to kind of briefly recap our mission statement. So we exist to help entrepreneurs reach their full potential by starting and scaling online coaching businesses. So our ideal client demographic is somebody who has experience or is wanting experience in the health and fitness space. They want to start a coaching business and they want to do it online. That's who we help. That's our mission. So if that is not the person, they are not going to love
not our client.
No, not our client, 100%. And then just a reminder, our company tenets are truth first, act first, and mission first. So truth first, just always being open to speaking your truth. Don't hold back. Don't shy away from what you believe is right. And be open to hearing the same thing from others. So everyone has a voice. Everyone's voice matters. We want to make sure we communicate that. Beautiful. Act first, be bold, take action, and think outside the box. So taking initiative, stepping up to the plate, doing the hard things, just, being on the ball.
Doing what needs to be done.
Doing what needs to be done, 100%. And then mission first, always make decisions for the greater good, even if it is not self-serving. So I'll send this, you'll have this doc in your homework. So if you just want to kind of review the nitty gritty of the tenets and what they mean to us, that'll all be here, and that'll be helpful for you to kind of understand how we operate. Easy peasy.
Okay.
Alrighty, chain of command. Just a quick recap on this one as well. Hopefully this has been updated. Yes, beautiful. Okay, so you have Chad. He is our CEO. Paige is our COO. This is kind of the main department here. So you have myself. Sarah is your lead DMer. So she'll be kind of your main point of contact for training and onboarding. She'll be your main go-to for questions. I'll be very truth first. I do oversee the department, but she's a lot more versed in the DM side of things than I am. So I will do my best to answer questions. I know a lot about Instagram and Facebook, but outside of that is not my repertoire. That is your girl, Sarah, here. So she'll be your person. Beautiful. All right. You will be working alongside Alyssa, Laura, Hannah, Aubrey, Sarah, Jillian, and then obviously yourself. So we have 7 DMers, and then Sarah makes 8. So these are your closing team. Your closers will be the ones that you're setting appointments for. You'll get to know them too. You'll see them a lot when you set appointments for them and they close. They're going to kind of shout you out for setting them up. So Joey is our lead closer. He's kind of my right hand in the closing department. Jeremy, Drew, and Joe. Joe is brand new. He's been taking calls for about 2 weeks. So you'll see on like volume distribution, he's kind of lower on the totem pole right now because he's also still learning. So Drew, Jeremy, and Joey will be your main three for probably another week or two until he gets comfortable here. Beautiful. Alrighty, Kimmy, our project manager, she oversees our operations department. Alex, the coaching manager. All of these people here are the one-on-one coaches that actually work with our students. So anybody that works with NLCA does get assigned to one of these coaches to work with them one-on-one on all things business. So all these people are taking, roster space, roster of clientele. And then Darren and Sav are sales coaches. So just another subset of what we do is they will have a one-on-one business coach and also a sales coach specifically to help with their skill in acquiring clients. So they get 2.
Okay.
Beautiful. Alrighty, meeting expectations. So meetings are Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 Central, which is 12 Eastern. I know you're East. Where are you at again? Florida?
Upstate New York. So
New York. Florida.
I'm like 30 minutes south of Canada.
Got it. Yes. Okay. Perfect. All right. So that'll be 12 Eastern for you. They're Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Kind of expectation of those meetings. We always start off with some wins. So come ready with wins. This could be business or personal. Just we want to start the call with some positivity, share how our weekend was, share, all the exciting things we have going on in life. Be on time. Please be on time for these. These are super important. We have a lot to get through usually. So we want to make sure we move quickly. Camera on, participation, and then projections. So Sarah, we do projections Mondays and Fridays, or y'all do them each meeting?
We try to do them each meeting if we can, but we at least do them on Monday and Friday to see if the weekend bumped us over anything or not.
Beautiful. Okay. So you will have what's called a DMR projection sheet where you just update your numbers on like how many calls you've booked each day, how many closes you've had. We'll go through these and Sarah will teach you these as well. But essentially just making sure that all of your numbers and your, what is it called? What's that called? Like a spreadsheet. Your spreadsheet is up to date. I don't know why I couldn't find that word. So just making sure it's all good to go, essentially. Beautiful. WhatsApp expectations. So this is where things get a little more complicated. So you are probably in several WhatsApp chats. I'm sure you see stuff going on all day long. So we have a few. Yeah, your 2 biggest chats are going to be the full sales team chat and the DMR chat. So the full sales team chat is for DMers and closers. So we're all going to come together in that chat. If you have that chat, do you have it available? Like, could you open it or not?
Can you still see me and
I can
hear
still
me
see you.
okay?
Yes, I got you. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. So if you click,
And so I'm opening the DM one.
open the full sales team chat first.
Okay.
And then let's scroll up. I know we got a lot of conversations happening in there. Let's scroll up to one that Alyssa posted. It has a bell with the name Sean. Is that the most recent one? Yeah. See if you can find that message. It's from about 1:30.
Eggsware.
Yep. Yeah. So
And it's got 2-12 0-3 1 RS.
yes. Perfect. So that message, anytime you book a call, you're going to ring the bell. So you'll put the bell emoji and then name the person that you just booked. The DMers have a goal to book 12 calls a day. So that's the top number there. And the closers have a goal to close 3 clients a day. So every time you ring a bell, you're going to change that number. So let's say Alyssa drops another one. She would change that to 3 out of 12. And then the next DMer who books a call would change it to 4 out of 12. So we just kind of keep track of how close we are to our goal of 12 for the day.
Okay. Is that for everybody or is that like for personal goal?
That's for everybody. That's the whole team, not just yours. Yep. That's the whole team. Yeah. And then the closer, so let's say Jeremy closes something, he would like copy that message, paste it, but he would change his bell to the name of the person he closed and then change it to like 1 out of 3 or 2 out of 3 or whatever that looks like. Because the goal for the whole team would be to close 3 a day and to book 12 a day.
Okay.
Yep. If you're able to get somebody rescheduled, that's that one RS. They wouldn't be considered a new call because they were already booked before. That's where we would change that to 2 reschedules or 3 reschedules or 4 reschedules. So if somebody's already on our books, but just needed to move their appointment time, that would be that little section right there.
Okay.
Cool. And it will be confusing until you do it for the first time. So don't worry, we'll walk you through that. It'll be okay. Promise. Beautiful. So the other things we do in there would be like updating the board. That's the 1 out of 12, 2 out of 12, 3 out of 12 celebration. So hype each other up. If you book a call with somebody and you're super stoked about it, let's hear about it. Let's talk about it. What are they excited for? What is that person's challenges? Who did you book them with? And, give that attention. We also celebrate closes too. So if Drew comes in and closes a deal, hey, great job, Drew. Awesome job. Way to, lock them down. Drew will also, all the closers will, but they will also tag the person that set them up. So if you booked that call that got closed, we want to shout you out too for booking somebody that closed down. So we just like to use for, good vibes, good energy, good attention, and then sharing wins. Just overall, if you've got something positive to share or want to shout somebody out for something, that's the spot to do it in for sure.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Yes. The DMR chat, I'm sure you've already seen there. Challenges, questions, and reports. So challenges, if you have a question, you're like, hey, I don't know how to respond to this person. I don't know what to do. This person threw something at me that I'm not sure how to handle. Post a screenshot in the chat, tag Sarah, tag another DMR, tag myself. We will help you find a way to respond to that.
Okay.
Perfect. Oh, sorry, do you have questions?
Is that like where you're saying the triage part and stuff? That's where you're basically saying like, we need help ASAP on it?
Triage is a specific type of booking. So we'll kind of dive into that. I would say more so just if somebody throws something your way or asks you a question that you don't know the answer to, or gives you like a really hard objection that you're not sure how to handle, ask for help in the DMers chat. Because we can kind of say, hey, let's try this. Let's respond in this way. This is what I would, send him this resource or whatever it is. We can help you kind of figure out a response if you're not sure.
Okay.
Perfect.
Right, so that's separate from triage then.
Yes. The triage is when you see us talking about triage, that's somebody who is maybe like an iffy lead. We're not 100% sure if they're, totally bought in or really wanting to do this or could really afford it. So we would book them for a triage call where somebody would actually get on a phone call with this person and figure out if they're like, if this is serious, if this is something they really can do or want to do.
Okay.
Perfect. Cool. And then last thing we touch on in the DMR chat would be end of the day reports. I'm sure you saw that as well, but at the end of every shift, you will have a little report that you'll kind of copy and paste into the chat that just kind of tells Sarah what happened on your shift. It's more, how many calls did you get booked? How many closes did you have? Did the accounts, were they busy? Were they slow? Was it a specific type of lead coming in? Just some kind of a gauge and a pulse check on everything that happened over your shift. Sarah, do you want to elaborate on that in case I'm missing anything?
Yeah, no, it just also tells us, you rate yourself on how you were feeling that day. Because sometimes that will affect, how well you're working and what you see and that sort of thing. And then we can reach out and say, how can we help you? And because there might be something that we can do on our end that you were like, I really wasn't sure if this was a good lead, but it was 9 o'clock at night and I didn't think anybody else was up. So I didn't put it in the DMR. And then I would come in and be like, totally throw it in there. We've got moms in here who get up and feed their babies at 2 a.m. Like they're going to answer back. So it's just kind of it's a pulse check for you. Yeah. For you and the accounts, and then how we can help you if you need help or, celebrate you because you did awesome.
Okay.
Perfect. I would say too, the biggest thing would be, we do look at 2 different types of data. We look at the quantitative data of like, all right, what happened? What did the accounts look like? What were the numbers? How did you do? But we also look at qualitative data, which is how are you feeling? Were you keeping up with your water? Did you get your workout in today? Did you sleep well? Are you handling stress well? Because we want to look at those things because they are going to, factor in. Sometimes we just have a bad day because we're having a bad fucking day. Sometimes we have a bad day because we're uncaffeinated and we didn't sleep. Sometimes it just happens. So we just want to know how everybody's doing on a day-to-day basis. Yep. Beautiful. Community chat. So this one, yeah, I'm sure you've seen, let me see, is it called community? It's the NLCA community. Yeah, NLCA community chat. So that
Community chat.
specific chat, yeah, that chat is for potential students who either haven't been on a call yet or have a call booked, but are not current clients. So that chat is for people to come in, ask questions, get to know our team a little bit, build up their business, just a place to bring people together, essentially. The primary goal of that chat is two things. Number one, people who already have calls booked with us, it's a great spot for them to come in, ask questions, get to know the team a little bit, and build a little bit of trust before they get on a call. Because we are an online-based business, a lot of people just find us on Instagram. They don't really know us. They don't really know who we are. So, they see an ad, they get sent to our Instagram. It's a great place to just build a little bit of rapport before they get on a sales call. And those who engage in that community chat and ask questions and participate have a higher percent chance of closing because they get to know our team a little bit
They
before.
already built up that rapport with them.
100%. Yep. The second, oh, go ahead.
Chat, that's potential clients, correct?
What did you say? The community chat?
Yeah, the community chat, that's potential clients in that as well, right?
Yes. Yep. So that's more so for the public. It's not just a work chat. It's going to be, there'll be students in there, clients who are booked, people who we can prospect. Yep.
Okay,
Perfect. Beautiful.
that's kind of what I was gathering. I just wanted to double check and make sure.
Yep, all good. The second goal of that chat would be to prospect potential new leads. So a lot of our ads that we run do funnel people to our community chat. So they'll send them there as a place to just kind of like get to know our team again. So you will have times when you work the WhatsApp chat and you actually go through and say, okay, is this person already booked a call? Are they a random human being from an ad that got sent here? Could we prospect them? So we'll show you that as we get into more hands-on training this week. But some of the people in the chat don't know us. They've never booked a call. They can be prospected. Beautiful. Sarah, anything that you'd add to that? Cool.
No, that makes sense. Yep.
Perfect. Alrighty, and then the last chat that you're probably in would be our team chat. The team chat is the entire company. This is everybody. This is coaches, this is closers, DMers, this is, oh, do I still have you?
I was reading. Oh, do you still have me?
I think, yeah, I can hear you, but your camera froze, that's all. You're good.
Oh, it's because I pulled out and was in the chat, so it
Okay,
probably
you're good.
stopped my camera.
Yeah, you're good. Oh. Oh no. Oh, she's back.
I lost connection. I'm sorry.
You're good. Yes, I would say sometimes it's easier to not even be on the Wi-Fi. Depends on where you're at. Sometimes I have to be connected and sometimes I like need to not be for it to work.
Oh, well, so ooh, there we go. We have a shop in I was in the garage because I'm still trying to figure out like where the best spot is for me to do all this stuff.
Yep.
And it is apparently not going to be there because I don't have very good connection. It's a metal roof, so it keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah, I would say the closer you are to your Wi-Fi, the better for sure.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, let me share my screen. Let's jump back into it. All right, is it still recording, Sarah? Can you see that on your end? Okay, cool. I wasn't sure if I hit pause or not. Okay, perfect. All right, so yes, the team chat is going to be every single person that's in this company. It's going to be chat, DMers, closers, coaches, leadership, everybody's there. So we really use the team chat for announcements, any big updates, any big changes, any like videos we want the whole team to watch, and then team engagement. So team engagement is essentially going to mean hyping each other up, sharing wins, sharing challenges, or asking, other people's opinions, cross-department collaboration. If there's anything you're struggling with from the closing department or from the coaching department, we'll usually kind of communicate in that full team chat. So the full team chat is normally for excitement, positivity, wins, announcements, things like that.
Okay.
Beautiful. Perfect. Any questions on like the WhatsApp chats?
No, now that it's actually like been walked through, it's a lot more.
Probably makes more sense that way.
Yeah, it's a lot more clicking now versus before I was kind of like just searching through them. I was like, I have no idea what any of this is entailing.
Generally, the first time, like I'll be honest, onboarding can seem a little intense. We are working on a way to make it less intense, but usually Sabrina's like, do this, join that, sign up for this, sign up for that. Try
She gave me helped a lot because she did warn me. She's like, it's about to get a little overwhelming. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, no, but really it's going to.
Good, perfect. I would say just ride with it for like a week or two, and then you'll be
I very much throw me right in and just like learn as I go. So this helps.
Yep, perfect. I am going to hold off on the actual framework here, but we will come back to this. Payroll also going to hold off on. Sarah, can you add that to one of your guys' trainings this week to go through? But essentially how payroll works, we do submit payroll on the 1st and the 15th of each month. When you submit payroll, Sarah will go through like an actual invoice example and like how to send it in. It'll be super easy, nothing too crazy, but you'll send payroll into Kimmy and Sabrina. They handle our payroll, but Sarah will be able to go through that with you, like specifically, like what do y'all need to do? But again, you will have this link from today. So if you open the payroll doc, the step-by-step will be right in here. So overview, here's the video. Yep.
Oh, okay.
You'll have the step-by-step right here. So for the DMer, like your invoice template will be here and a video of how to fill it out. So if you ever need help after you guys go through it, this will be a great doc for you. You'll have the whole SOP right here.
Okay, that's perfect. Because I definitely am one that I like to go back and relook at stuff. So that's could be really helpful.
Yeah, normally after the first like payroll, so once the first comes around, once you get that whole first time done, it's normally pretty simple, but have kind of reminders and how-tos right in here. So you'll have this document after our meeting today.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Sweet. All right. Role specific onboarding. So Calendly, have you ever used Calendly, Monday, WhatsApp, or just in general social media? I would imagine yes for social media.
Actually, I've used all of them.
Beautiful. Okay, perfect. So as you're trading,
I'm less familiar with Monday. I like dabbled in it.
Yep.
But Calendly, that's the like appointment setting app.
Yep.
And then WhatsApp is the chat app.
Yep.
And social media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I'm guessing.
Yep, all of that. Perfect. So Calendly, Monday, these are just going to be softwares that we use. With Calendly, that's going to be the appointment book software that you use to book the appointments with the closers. When you're in the actual messenger script, we have a whole script that you can go through that's going to help you stay on track. We'll start to review that with you this week. But every single one of the closers, Calendly links are in there. Their Zoom links are in there. So you'll have access to everything. So when you're booking somebody an appointment, you'll pitch them times that are open on our closers calendar. Yep, and you'll be able to go through it that way. So Monday we'll also dive into throughout the week. As you get familiar, Monday is our, I think just went away. Here we go. So Monday is our CRM, essentially. It's where we keep track of everything. This will probably be your main focus right here is our booking tracker. So when you come into Monday, you will be able to see every single person that has been booked a call in the month of May or who is on the schedule for the month of May. And then again, we will dive into the specifics here, but as you in, it's going to look a little crazy. You'll have like the person's name, the date that they were booked, your name here if you were the DMer for that person, list the closer, and then all of their details. Again, we will dive into this in your first couple of trainings. We're not going to do all that today, but it will become easy, I promise. Beautiful. Alrighty, so going over kind of expectations, we do this is full time, so you'll be working 40 hours. Expectation is to attend all the meetings, so those on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Central, which will be 12 p.m. Eastern, and it's my Zoom right here. In our announcements chat, you will get a reminder the night before every single time. So if you're ever like, I can't find the Zoom link, I don't know where to go, it's mine, it's the one from today's meeting, but you'll also have it in the announcements chat. That's, last night, Sabrina sent an announcement that said, full sales team meeting 11 a.m. tomorrow on this link. So it'll always be there.
Okay.
Beautiful. Alrighty, KPI expectations. So key performance indicators. This is how we want you to perform over your first 90 days. Don't worry, I will go back to the presentation and stuff. But for your first 30 days, not, from your first time in the account, For your first 30 days, we'd like a call booking per hour of 0.1. So essentially 1 call booked every 10 hours, essentially. We want it, we'd like more, but this is good for now. And 0.05 call booked.
Okay.
Yep. So 10% of a call booked per hour, just because you'll be learning, you'll probably be moving a little bit slower. You'll kind of be like getting, used to everything. Higher performance is great. Not gonna do-
I was expecting it to be higher, so the fact that it's not that high, that makes me feel better, but also I'm like, yay, okay, so
Perfect.
it's more attainable in my head, I guess, now.
100%. So from day 0 to 30, we'd like a 0.1 call book per hour, 0.05 call book to call close. From 30 to 60, we want you to be able to get to a 0.2. So 2 calls, 1 call book.
2 calls every 10 hours.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Okay.
KPI 0.1 call book to call close. By day 90, we should be at 0.25, 0.15. And then after 90 days would be our normal KPI, 0.35 and 0.25. So
Which is 3 every.
yeah, like 1 every 3.5 hours there. Yep. This will be kind of like 5% of all the calls you book, we would like to close, and then 10, and then 15, and then 25. That's what we'll work up to, because you'll get faster, you'll get better at identifying quality leads.
Right, versus some random like robot.
Yeah. So we'll work up to that. Let me know if you have questions on these, but we will do a 30, 60, 90-day eval. So every 30 days, we'll kind of come together, see how you're feeling, how things are going. We'll double check KPIs, figure out where we're at versus where we want to be, and kind of go from there.
Okay.
Beautiful. Goal 2 would be the company tenants. Act first, truth first, mission first. We're really seeing how well, our new employees can like embrace that culture and support each other, hype each other up, do all of that. So definitely a good piece of advice to, get into the chats for sure. And then great communication overall. Beautiful. Alrighty. So how things are going to work. We track your hours in the scheduler. So you'll be able to do all of that. When we learn the schedule, we'll go through, which I'll do in a second, how to track your hours. We do payroll the 1st and the 15th. So you'll submit payroll by noon EST, the 1st of the month and the 15th of the month. With Gusto, that's who we get paid through. I'm sure Sabrina got you set up. If not, you guys will probably do that today. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So just very truth first, Gusto typically takes 2 to 3 days to process. So we submit invoicing on the 15th. You'll likely get paid on like the 3rd or 4th and the 17th, 18th, depending on your bank. Would you say that's about right, Sarah? Like about 2-3 days? Yeah, cool. So just kind of plan for that, about the 3rd or 4th, and then the 17th, 18th. Cool. Awesome. Let's jump into the schedule. Hopefully this is the right link. I know we just that's good. All righty.
It's only because you said hopefully it's the right one.
I know, because I threw that board away and got a new board. So here we are. So this is our schedule board. I'm sure you've seen yesterday in the actually, Sarah, can we check if she got added to the scheduling chat? Did you get added?
I think I did. Let's see.
I'm not sure if that's one on the list.
DMR schedule.
Yes.
I saw the last thing I saw was someone replied and it said, I will look here shortly. I know I can't do Saturday, but I might be able to do Sunday evening.
Yes. So how the schedule works is every Sunday, Sarah and I will do an audit on like calls booked, calls closed from the week before. And it usually goes in order of whoever had the most calls booked and closed combined will go in what order they pick their schedule. So we will be working with you on a schedule outside of that for now, just because we want to make sure that, you're learning the accounts and timing the accounts that you've learned. So Sarah and I will work with you on like picking a schedule outside of that. So you don't really have to worry about that just yet.
Okay.
As you come in, you'll be able to kind of like assign the days and times that you want to work. And I want to see, yes, you are assigned to that board, which is great. So how this works, when you come in, you're going to kind of see what times are free, what times need coverage, and you'll assign yourself to the times that you can work on each account. So the IGs, you're probably not going to work yet because those are
higher volume.
They're very
Yeah.
high volume. We're going to work up to these, but these are our Instagrams are definitely our craziest. So you can kind of see we'd like 14 hours of coverage per day, Monday through Friday, 10 hours Saturday and Sunday. So as we scroll down, you'll definitely be active in ads, VSL, the WhatsApp community, free Facebook group, active campaign. We have a lot of accounts you can still work for sure. So
Okay.
your spots are open and you could say, ooh, Monday, I could work in active campaign on Monday and I'm going to put myself on from 9 to 3 or whatever it is. So
Okay.
yep, you'll be able to schedule yourself however you want to, with the expectation that if we need coverage in an account, you can't double up coverage, right? Like you couldn't get on the same time as Alyssa from 9 to 5 in the same account.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. So I can't, she's already scheduled that. So I can't be like, oh, I'm jumping on at that time too at the same time.
Yeah,
She already.
yep. So one person works each account at a time, just because it can get very messy on like who's responding to who's following up with who. Because if somebody's
So-
having a conversation, yep, and you respond to
So
that.
like Monday, like this morning's early morning one was open. So if I could have picked up that.
Yes and
schedule.
no. So this one's hard. So Alyssa's already going to be on at 9. We really don't need to start in these accounts until somewhere between 7 to 9. So you wouldn't have needed to pick that up. Yeah. So let me give you an example. You know, for Saturday, we only have Hannah working until 1. So you essentially could come in and be like, Amanda's going to work from 1 to 6 because we don't have any coverage in that account after 1 p.m.
After 1 p.m. Okay, I gotcha.
Yep. So we definitely want more
So
people
it's
to
kind of like a plug and play all over the place, really.
Yep. Yep. So you can kind of go through and say, like, I want to work ads this week. So I see that Sarah's working from 10 to 2. I'm going to hop on from like 2 to 6 or 2 to 8 or whatever the shift is that you can work.
We
Okay.
try not to do any shifts less than 4 hours, just because you don't want to start a bunch of conversations and not be able to have full conversations and get to the end. And sometimes that takes longer. And we kind of did some playing around, and 2 hours was definitely not enough. 3 hours was cutting it. But 4 hours seems to be the sweet spot. So when you're
Okay.
putting in your hours, we try not to do any less than 4-hour time blocks. But once everybody is done putting their hours in, then we go back and we say, hey, there's openings. Let's fill in where we can. And that's where
Okay,
you
so
can
if you
put
want to
in.
pick up like extra hours, or if you have, you need extra hours, I guess, or like you need extra hours, then we can do that.
Yep. If you
Yes.
need more hours or we need more coverage, like for example, on Thursday, Alyssa's working 9 to 5, and then we like probably put the whole schedule in, and Sarah was like, you know what, I can hop on early that day, so I'm just going to work 2 hours in that account. So it's only 2 hours, but we need, we could have used the coverage, so it's fine. Yep. But we
Okay.
just don't want to like initially have, I'm going to delete this right now for Chad's, Sarah, so just bear with me. I'm going to put it back. Hannah is one. But let's say Chad's is completely open. We don't want you to say, okay, I'm going to work, Chad's Instagram, but I'm only going to work 7 to 9. And then it's like, we don't
Right.
have any coverage for the rest of the day. So we'd prefer a bigger shift if possible.
Okay, that makes sense.
I fixed it. We went back. Don't want to mess anything up or throw anybody off. But essentially you'll go in and we'll walk you through this your first couple times, but we'll, especially this weekend coming up, you and Sarah specifically, and then I'll chime in myself, we'll pick where we want you to go together.
Okay.
So, like you'll let us know what your schedule is and we'll kind of put you in the accounts that where we think would be best. Yep.
I was gonna text it to you earlier, and then I actually was like, well, I'm gonna be on Zoom with her, so I didn't want to bother you in case you're already in a call. So I
Oh,
do
you're
have a schedule, and I can send it to you.
Perfect. That'll be great. Yeah. Text it over to me and I'll share with Sarah and we'll get you scheduled as we can.
Awesome. Oh, wonderful. Do you want to send that to you right now?
You could do it when we're off the call.
Okay.
Cool. Beautiful. All right. So the schedule, we'll work with you on that as we go. And then again, I'm going to send you this SOP, but this is essentially, why does this always happen to me? We'll figure that out. This SOP is going to be our WhatsApp SOP, so you can kind of understand what the process is like in that WhatsApp chat, the community chat that we're using, and how to utilize ambassadors in that chat. Now, Sarah will train you on this week, so you don't have to dive too far into this. You guys will go through that SOP together, but it's just so that you have it.
Okay, so that's something I can just click back on and look at myself or look at with her, right?
100%, absolutely. And I'll show you a little cheat sheet here in just a second. So, all right, let me write down the cheat sheet. Okay, sweet. So overall, just to kind of give you an idea of what we do, we will have you working on some of our coursework as well. So that way you can kind of see what it is we do, what we teach, how it works, because the more you know, the easier it's going to be for you to answer questions and get people set up on calls. So a little bit about us. This is our sales presentation. I'll just give you a quick run through. You do not need to know this, or you don't need to like memorize this, but I will kind of give you a little blip about us. We are a business coaching program. That's hopefully not a surprise. Something that is beneficial is we do have an A rating with the Better Business Bureau, and our master coaching program is accredited with NASM, ACE, and ISSA. Have you heard of these before?
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I thought. We are working on our 10K accelerator program, but we just relaunched that, so we had to reapply. So, but Sarah, just so you know as well, we've already done the applications. We've paid the invoicing. We're just waiting for approval. Beautiful. So we have two different programs. We have our 10K accelerator program, which is for our new coaches or our aspiring coaches who are doing less than $10,000 a month. Most of our coaches are at zero or close to zero when they start.
Right.
So this is our most common program for sure. And then we have our master coaching program, which helps our students who are at 10K plus per month in collected coaching revenue online who want to continue scaling. They're probably going to need to hire. They're probably going to need to run ads. They probably need a little bit more support. So master coach is for our more advanced virtual coaches, 10K accelerators for our newbies who need some help getting off the ground. Beautiful. Overall, I'm going to share this with you too, so you can look through it. But our 10K accelerator program essentially helps people get the foundation built in their business, get their business off the ground, focus on lead generation, marketing, and sales, and then client delivery. So they know what they need to do to acquire clients, sell to clients, and keep them long-term. All of our students, this will be great to know, all of our students do get an assigned one-on-one coach that starts with a game planning call. They will meet one-on-one with their coach before they start in their program to really set up an expectation of what's your roadmap going to look like with this business. They'll have bi-weekly 30-minute sessions with their one-on-one coach. They'll have bi-weekly 30-minute sessions with their sales coach. These are going to alternate weeks. Clients do not start getting into sales coaching right away. They do have to wait a little while before they get to work with the sales coach, because it doesn't make sense to start working with a sales coach when you have no sales process yet. You have no one to sell to. Yes, they do have to be booking sales calls. They have to be taking their calls on Zoom. Oh, what's the other expectation? And they have to have done the sales modules. They can't just be acting like they don't know anything yet. They have to go through the sales modules in the course. We offer group support calls to our students. Yep. 5 days a week. We have a text chat with their coach 24 hours a day, 5 days a week as well. And we do focus a lot on mindset. So there's a lot of support. You'll learn this as you go for sure, but there's a lot of support in the program for our students. Beautiful. I'm just gonna go through 10K Accelerator for today just because Master Coach will be something that you learn later on. But we do work in 4 phases. So how we work with our students would be getting their business off the ground, announcing that they have a business, making sure they have great systems set up, they understand their pricing, their offer, who they want to help. Phase 3 is going to be lead generation, marketing, and sales. And phase 4 are going to be those fine-tuned skills to get them closing 40% or higher, having great client delivery, client retention, and customer support. So that's kind of the 4 phases we work to. Our program is 4 months long. At the end of the 4 months, they should ideally be close to that 8 to 10K a month, which is our goal.
Okay.
Beautiful. Any questions there?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. Perfect. All right. Call framework. I do not have access to this file. How do you figure that? There we go. Okay. So essentially, what is this, Sarah? This is not our call framework. Okay. Okay. We're not going to do that. We do have bonuses and guarantees. So I'm going to kind of go over that with you. All of our students who join, and this is going to be something that's powerful because people will ask in the DMs, especially if they have any financial objections or challenges. There is a guarantee of success in this program. So in either of the program, Master Coach or 10K Accelerator, our students are guaranteed to make 3 times their investment, or they get a complete refund on the program. So if at the end of 4 months, they don't 3x their investment, they get refunded. Now, there are stipulations. and these are the stipulations. So they have to try. They can't just sign up for the program and then float in space and expect a refund at the end if they don't do anything. So students have to work, have to participate. So to qualify for the guarantee, no late payments. They have to make their payments on time. They have to complete their coursework. They have to attend 1 group call each week, 2 one-on-one calls a month. They can't skip their game planning call. That's silly. That's their first one-on-one. They can't do that. They have to be charging bare minimum pricing. So they can't be charging $25 a month. It needs to be $250 or higher per client per month. And then the last 2 for 10K Accelerator is they must run a scholarship and they can't spend more than 2 weeks on their certification. They have to just dive into the actual business. So it sounds like a lot of stuff, but it's really not. Most of this happens most of this is bare minimum. They have to show up. They have to attend their coaching calls. They have to complete the coursework. Like most of it is bare minimum expectation.
Right.
100%. Beautiful. Any questions here at all?
No.
Perfect. And you'll have all this too. Like I said, I'll send you a recap email with all your homework and stuff to go over. Overall, I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit to our where's our ideal client doc? Right there. Prospective client education. Let's run through this today. So these will be things I want you to review just so that way you know kind of what to expect from our clients. For our 10K Accelerator clients, the goal of 10K Accelerator is to, of our students would be to make the transition online, gain knowledge to be able to grow their business outside of their friends and family. Most of these coaches are typically certified, but don't understand the business. But a lot of them are brand new too, who don't have any certifications, who just want to get into the coaching space. The struggle that a lot of our 10K Accelerator students face is that they feel stuck in person, or they feel stuck in a career they don't love. They want to be successful, but they don't have the tools or knowledge to know where to begin. The fear is failing. The fear is not being able to make it happen, not being able to get their business off the ground, potential clients not trusting them. It is really just, they don't know where to go. They have a fear of failure, essentially. The most common objective you're going to see, or objection is going to be money. Fear of investing, fear of failure. Again, that comes down to a lot of things. Not having money due to not having revenue. Usually they're a little bit younger, more inexperienced, so that can kind of influence that as well. Talking to their spouse and fear. Money, spouse, always the spouse, and then self-doubt. I do this. Master Coach is a little bit different. Master Coach is pretty straightforward. The people in Master Coach are hitting 10K plus per month. So revenue typically is an objection. Money is typically not an objection to getting into Master Coach. Their goal is to scale, build an empire, hire, get some of their time back. The pain of our Master Coaching students.
Okay.
They don't know how to actually stop doing the thing, like doing everything. It's hard to delegate. They don't want to give up control. They're struggling to relinquish their business to other people. Yeah, they want to hire, they don't know how, and they don't know how to run, management side of things.
They don't know how to
yes,
pull their hand.
Yeah, 100%. The challenge or the fear more so would be being stuck at the same point in their business, unable to scale forward. Most common objection is time, 100%, because these people are busy. They're putting, if you're making 10K a month, you've got 30, probably 25 to 40 clients in your roster. That alone is going to put you pretty close to, full-time, plus content, plus marketing, plus sales, plus.
Yeah. Easily like a 90-hour work week.
Yeah, probably. So most of the time they're worried that they don't have time to give to this program. Usually it's just more so they don't know how to spend their time, but we have to teach them that. A lot of times if there is a financial objection, it's not necessarily that they can't afford it. They need to speak to their accountant, or they need to speak to their business partner, or they need to know what the best option for them is. But usually these clients just need to see that we have the solution to their challenge. So Master Coach is easier to sell, harder to find. 10K Accelerators are most common client, harder to sell because they're new, they're nervous.
Right. They're mostly financial. That makes sense.
Yep, 100%. Beautiful. I'm just making notes of things I have to send you. Sarah, anything to add so far? We're cruising. Cool. All right, so I'll kind of share like our ideal client. You'll have all of this sent over to you, like I said, but who our ideal client is. You'll kind of be able to see red flags of like, this is probably not a good client for us. Don't book this person. Yellow flags of people who are like, probably okay, this might go either way. And green flags are going to be your like, this is our
This
best
is something
ideal.
you want to book.
Yep. So red flags for us would be anyone who's in an MLM who does not want to be independent. So if you're talking to somebody who's an Herbalife distributor or their Beachbody or their Optavia, Isagenix, anything like that, where they're working for a coaching company, but they're not wanting to work for themselves, that's not an ideal client because we do not work with other businesses protocol, if that makes sense.
Right. Because that's a separate entity, essentially.
Yeah, 100%. We don't coach other people's businesses, if that makes sense. We
Coach it.
coaches. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. If somebody straight up
That
says
one
I'm
fits.
broke, yeah. If somebody straight up says I'm broke, I have no money, I'm unemployed, do not confuse this with what is the cost or I'm not sure or I might not be able to afford this. If they are more so specifically what we're looking for is I am unemployed. I do not work. I have no money. That's usually the red flag we're looking for is there's nothing coming in. If they are not
Nothing, no funds.
no funds. Yep. They're not an aspiring online fitness coach, personal trainer, health coach, or mindset, they're not a fitness coach, essentially. If they are, we get a lot of like different coaches. So would you say like relationship coaches or life coaches or
Sex coaches
Sex coaches,
and
anything.
all sorts of things. Yeah.
yes. So if they're
Love
not,
that.
if they're not the health and fitness field, we're not gonna be able to help them currently.
That
English.
makes sense.
If they don't speak very good English, this is reason we do run ads. We have people all over the world. Not that they can't speak multiple languages or live in another country, but more so if they don't speak great English, they're going to have a hard time getting support from their coach anyways. I don't think any of our coaches, maybe Christy speaks, I think, Portuguese, but we don't have a ton of like bilingual coaches, and all of our course content is in English. So if they don't speak it or understand English well, they're not gonna be able to absorb the content or speak with their coach very well. If they have another business coach currently, this one's hard. Typically, they're off limits. If they are currently working with another business coach, unless they express to us that they don't like that coach or they want to leave, we're not going to set them up on a call because they're not going to sign up because they're working with another coach. More so,
They're
just
already working.
more so just a waste of time. If they are completely disinterested and they do not want to talk to you, don't book them for a call. Don't waste your time. Move on.
Right.
Move
Don't
on.
waste your time. Don't waste my time. Don't
Yes.
waste someone else's time. No, that makes sense.
Yep. And then international countries where the conversion just doesn't make sense. Examples of this would be some areas of India, Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, South Africa.
Where fraud's like super crazy high and stuff.
It's not even necessarily for fraud. We do have people who are in those countries that like would like to get on a call with us. But I'll give you an example. I mean, our program is about $7,000 for the for the 10K Accelerator program. That in India is like 500,000 rupees, and they make 1,000 a month in rupees, not dollars. That's never going to happen. It's
Right.
not affordable, right? So there are places around the world where the dollar conversion just will not make sense to them financially, because they make $200 a month. It's just not going to convert, right? So
Yeah.
but we'll usually brainstorm on that. Normally we'll ask if you see somebody from another country, we can kind of dig deep as a team to figure out what that conversion rate looks like. I have had people who live in other countries where the conversion's not great, but they're American. And they're the company they work for, they're getting paid in US.
In there, that I got.
Yeah. Military will be a big one. We know with that too, military spouses, people who are living abroad, but are getting paid US dollars or, something like that, that could make a difference. All right, yellow. So these are the 50-50s. Their profile doesn't scream health and fitness coach, but they say they want to become one. That's going to be could be not. They're scared about the money, but they don't flat out say they can't afford it, but they're maybe a little bit hesitant. We'll talk about triage, but that could be a triage situation. They're not sure if they want to be a health or fitness coach, but they have interest. That's one we'll have to dig deeper on. Urgency, commitment, things like that. But it's not necessarily bad. They're outside of the US, but they speak, solid English. They're in an MLM, but they want to be an independent coach. That can still go 50-50, but we do want to ask about it. And then international countries with the US dollar conversion makes some sense. It could work, but it might be challenging. That would be a 50-50 lead. Usually we would book most of these people for a triage.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll dive into that. And then the go, go, go. These are your green people. Online fitness coaches, health and fitness coaches, personal trainers, anybody who's in the fitness industry that wants to go online, full steam ahead. Their page says that they're a fitness coach. Even if it doesn't say that, they post their workouts. They're posting content that is health and fitness related. The conversation flows well. They're not in an MLM. They don't have any financial, qualms or concerns. They've had coaches in the past. They've invested before. They know, what that's like. They seem committed. They want this, but they're a little nervous for their own growth. Probably the best fit. We just have to be the one that kind of shows them the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. Yep. So some examples of this, red flags, I'll give you here, like this person, hey, Quintina, click the button below to watch the full video chat. Kind of a sketchy response. Hi, how I do not feel good today. Mom care about me because I can and nothing. Doesn't make any sense. Probably not great English or probably a bot. Usually move on. This person too, very, very great Instagram, all about an MLM. She does not want to coach independently. Great Instagram off the rip. You're like, this could be a good prospect, but it's all about her MLM. Does not want to coach independently. Yep. Yellow flags would be kind of like decent conversations, but just a little bit, and I'll send you this so you have it. Decent conversations, but a little unsure. And then your green flags are going to be people who are like, hey, I'm working on, my certifications. I'm dreaming of becoming a coach. I need help. What can you do? Essentially those types of conversations. So you can kind of go through here, green flags across the board. Beautiful. So what we'll do, I'm going to send you an email. We jumped ahead a little bit, which is good, but I'll send you an email with a recap of today and then all of the links you need to review. And then what I want to do, I stopped showing you that. Sarah and Amanda. Amanda, what's the rest of your week look like?
So I have, where did I put my schedule? There we go. I work tomorrow, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. my time. Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Thursday, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Perfect. When's your official last day there? When
it is. So it would be the 29th. But I told them that it would finish it out through the rest of the month if they couldn't find anybody.
Perfect. So 2 weeks. Got it. All right. So Sarah, I would say, do you have time tomorrow morning to get her on some accounts?
Yeah, Amanda would, I'm Eastern too, so we can talk in Eastern time zone times here.
I love that. No,
does 10:30 or 11 work for you tomorrow?
10:30 works great.
Okay, it'll be at least an hour, and then depending on how we're feeling or if you want to break or anything, we can break and then we can get on again shortly after that or however you're feeling. But I would like to kind of go over the accounts with you, and I want you to see me kind of working them, and then I would like to kind of flip it to you and see what you can do. So that way we know right where we need to focus and where I can help you so we can get you moving in these accounts.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So tomorrow,
great.
We'll do 10:30 tomorrow. And then while we're looking, you said Wednesday you work till 2. So why don't we do, if you have, does 3 p.m. work for you, or do you need to get home first?
3 works.
Okay.
It's literally right across the street. I should clarify, I work literally right across the road from my house. So it's about a 5-minute walk.
Perfect.
So 3 is perfectly fine.
Okay,
So
and
we-
then Thursday, you said so before 2 o'clock again. Why don't we do
What?
6 or 10 to 6.
was yeah. So Thursday, I'd want to. Oh wait, you work 10 to 6 on Thursday.
Let's see. Thursday, it's 2 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Oh, that's my bad. I heard it wrong.
Wednesday, it's 10 a.m. 2 p.m.
Okay, perfect. So then Thursday, why don't we do
Wednesday, we said 3, right?
yes. Yeah. And then Thursday, you want to do 10:30 again?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. And then what I'm gonna do, we'll kind of gauge it based on like when we meet on Wednesday. I want to get you set up with Laura and possibly Hannah, possibly Alyssa. It depends on where they fall with your work schedule and then our meeting. And we'll have you kind of follow along with them in the smaller accounts so that you can see how they do things. They can give you tips and tricks that might help you that I don't use, that sort of thing. And then we'll see what we can do Thursday and Friday from there.
All right.
Perfect. I will send you a WhatsApp message with my Zoom link and to reiterate the times once more. And then if you have any questions, or you're like, hey, I need to bump it back 15 minutes or, whatever, just make sure you communicate and we'll work it out.
All right. Yay. I'm so excited.
Awesome. All right. So looking forward to see how you do this week. Sarah, keep me updated. I'll be popping in, checking in. But we are good to go. Give me a little bit of time. I got one more meeting I got to get to, and then I'll send you a recap email with all the links and stuff laid out.
All right. Yeah, that sounds
Awesome.
great.
All right, love. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Perfect.
All right. Thanks.
All right,
Awesome.
bye.
I can't wait. Have a good night, guys.
You too. All right, see ya.
Bye.